Good morning, live weather blog meteorologist Bob Acanfrio here with today's tropical update for Saturday, July 24th, 2010. The National Hurricane Center has given its last advisory on Tropical Depression Bonnie as of 8 a.m. Bonnie will no longer be a named storm as of 11 a.m. It'll just be a remnant low. Here was its position as of 8 a.m. It was at 27.6 north, 86.1 west. But these tropical storm warnings from Morgan City, Louisiana to Destin will be discontinued as of 11 a.m. So what will the remnants of Bonnie mean for your beach plans this Saturday along the Gulf Coast? Well, anywhere from the western panhandle here from Panama City, Destin area on westward all the way from Mobile to Biloxi, all the way to New Orleans. Showers and thunderstorms will be coming ashore, as you can see right here. So this will ruin your beach plans for Saturday, right in this area here. Also along the east coast of Florida, we could see some rainfall as well this morning. Little convergence band from Bonnie, but a little convergence band right along the coast here this morning. So Bonnie's just really a nuisance here. It didn't really affect the oil spill region too badly here. Just a little extra wind and wave action, but not too bad at all. Just really a nuisance more than anything. And here were the first visible satellites this morning. You could see the cute little cloud swirl right there, and that's all that's left of Bonnie as the thunderstorms have just been sheared off it. Had a little blow up overnight last night, got everybody a little excited, but that's the end of this guy, and it'll move up towards unofficially, the remnant low will move up towards New Orleans. And again, scattered thunderstorms across the northern Gulf Coast region here today. All right, so what about the rest of the tropics? Really not much out there to look at. The only area we're going to be watching the next few days is this area right here. This is a tropical wave south of the Hispaniola right here, interacting with an upper level low. When this interacts with upper level low, as you saw with Bonnie, hard to get development, especially with this kind of setup. We'll watch this as it moves west again into the Western Caribbean. We may have to watch this early next week, see if anything develops out of this. None of the models are really calling for development at this time, but again, something to watch for. The National Hurricane Center has circled this area in yellow, just an area they're watching, but they give it no chance of development in the next 48 hours, and I agree with them there. But again, another thing to watch as it moves west. Looks like for most of this week, not much is going to happen in the central and western Atlantic. You see this big area of substance and dry air right in here, and this is not good for development in here. So we're not going to see anything happening out here anytime soon. The area to look for again this week will be Western Caribbean. Taking a peek off the African coast, we have a little farther north here, finally, something coming off the coast here. Little low pressure area here coming off. So I'll have to watch this wave come off the coast. As now we're getting into the end of July, we'll have to watch these systems a little more carefully. Still a lot of dry air out in this area here, so it's going to be hard to really get anything going at this point. But again, something to watch for. Looking at our SAL map courtesy of University of Wisconsin Sims here. And you can see not as much dry air as there's been in the past. This is kind of dissipated a little bit in here, but it's still enough dry air in here to thwart some development. And we see another patch of SAL that's come off the coast here. So still a lot of dry air in here, not the best setup for development at all. So this week looks a little quiet. And although I thought the Cape Verde season would maybe start developing towards the end of this week sometime, it's still possible we might track a wave. It's looking more and more likely beginning of August here we'll start tracking some waves off the African coast. And I was just looking ahead at some of the extended models here. This is the parallel GFS just to see, hey, when will it develop the first Cape Verde system? And this is just really for fun. This is going out 228 hours. The error out on forecasts like this are tremendous, but just to see. And you can see this is valid for August 2nd, Monday, and you can see it developing the first Cape Verde wave out here. So again, and this is about right for climatology. We start looking out here towards the end of July, beginning of August, and we'll see what happens. And again, just looking at some of our indicators here, NAO looks like we're going to go way positive. It looks like for the end of this month and wow, the beginning of August here. Look at this big push into the positive region. This will definitely mean a stronger AB high. Uh, and what that means is stronger easterly trade winds. Not that great for development, to be honest with you, out in the eastern and central Atlantic when you see that kind of setup. Could actually bring more dust over from Africa. And also, storms aren't going to have a chance to really move up into the take more of that western route as we've seen here. So um, good news for the East Coast right now, but we'll have to see how that plays out for the beginning of August here. If that's going to hinder any kind of Cape Verde development, we'll just have to see how that plays out right now. And last but not least, our MJO forecast. This again, I've showed you these maps before. This is upward or downward motion, and this helps development of tropical systems. So if you see this orange reddish area here, anything in this amber color here, this is downward motion, which wouldn't be good for tropical development. And then the green is upward motion, which is good. We've seen the MJO try to get out of our area here. This is the CFS forecast. The GFS forecast is really bringing this MJO right across here and really thwarting development. But this is a little more accurate, the CFS. I like to use this. And you can see it tries to bring the MJO, the downward motion, into our area here through the end of this month. But then it kind of takes it away. So eastern and central Atlantic, we're still in pretty much neutral conditions through here. So that's one kind of positive for development. So we'll see what happens. I expect a pretty quiet week this week. Again, we're going to have to look off to the Western Caribbean for development. Central and Western Atlantic looks pretty quiet. Might see something bubbling up in that area maybe towards the end of this week, beginning of next week. That's all for today, folks. I will have another tropical update for you guys tomorrow morning. Have a great Saturday.